Good to go? We're
Yeah.
recording then. So I just want to ask you what your name is and what you're doing here first of all.
I'm Andrew Morgan. I'm the Staff Development Officer, well, Head of Staff Development at Swansea University, and therefore a member of the Welsh Higher Education Staff Development Network.
Right. And
I'm Alison O'Reilly. I'm the Staff Development Manager at UIC, and I chair the Western Group.
okay. So currently you meet termly. Is that right? Altogether here about
Roughly
10
so.
of you, and you normally travel all the way to Aberystwyth from different locations around Wales, Cardiff,
Our
Lampeter.
most frequent meetings, in fact, are in Cardiff, I'd say.
Yes. So we've tried to be a bit fairer this time by coming down to Aberystwyth, because obviously it's easier for people already here and in Bangor.
Right. So normally in Cardiff you get people driving down from Bangor and.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Or indeed flying
Or
down.
flying down. Yes.
Right. Okay.
In what we might call the good old days, we used to meet in Llandrindrod, but it was on the principle of mutual inconvenience.
Yes.
Everyone had the same.
Right. I see. Yeah.
And sometimes people from up in North Wales do enjoy coming to Cardiff to do a bit of shopping as well.
Okay. So I just want to ask you, I seem to recall that everybody in the group there, the little meeting that we just had, they've all had some experience of video conferencing, haven't they?
Certainly the majority.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I had.
Okay, right,
Well,
okay.
probably once about 10 years ago.
Okay, so how do you think that, do you feel that video conferencing is an option for your group?
I think certainly in terms of saving us time and money, as far as travel goes and time out of the office, I think it could be a very good option for us as a group.
It's especially attractive where we have projects and where we tend to establish subgroups to carry them through. And in that case, the additional meetings, because there tend to be several, we hold an annual conference, and planning for that usually involves 3 or 4 separate meetings in addition to our normal Western meetings. Now that's an instance where video conferencing could prove very useful.
And do you think that what you'll do is like have everybody at a different location, or do you think you'll have like mini meetings that each video conference to each other?
My expectation would be that we would remain in our own institutions.
Okay.
I think perhaps in Cardiff
You might get together.
we might get together because we're
The
fairly
distances
close.
are small,
Yes.
And do you think at the moment you've got any anticipation of of any disadvantages that there might be, or?
Well, I was saying to some colleagues in there, I have a worry that rather like telephone conversations, you can lose something of a creative atmosphere where people start bouncing ideas off one another. Because I don't think that's quite so easy to do when effectively you have what might be the extra etiquette of video conferencing, like telephone, where you have to be sort of super polite and wait for someone to finish and make sure that someone's had their say.
Yeah.
In a face-to-face ordinary meeting, there's never an issue about that because you can sense what people are doing.
I think what my impression of you as a group is that you know each other quite well, and there's quite an informal atmosphere in there. There's quite a few sort of jokey asides, and I think my own experience would be that if you kind of maintain that whilst video conferencing, if you keep don't make it too formal, just in your attitudes, keep the formality down. But it really helps that you know each other. I think you'll find.
But I think again that camaraderie almost certainly comes from face-to-face meetings.
Yes.
Yes. So now,
it's an adjunct. It's something that's useful for, I think, special purposes rather than as a replacement.
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Right. Is there anything else to add at the moment?
Not at the moment.
Well, I mean, there is the attraction, as was mentioned in our meeting. People are concerned that to hold a meeting like this, we normally meet for 3 or 4 hours, but it's a day. And so the saving on time is potentially very attractive. And I think for the vast majority of us, the green issues are not exactly outside our agenda. They're very much on it. So there's an attraction there too.
I think it'll be, the important thing is that we all get to be comfortable with using the technology.
Yeah, you might find that that doesn't happen immediately. So perhaps it's going to be worth, you know, more than one. You know, not to judge it immediately on the results of one meeting, but to sort of stick at it a little bit and see what you find, you know, over a period of a few meetings, and then evaluate how it's helping or disadvantaging your group.
Yes.
I think it's like any new thing. If you use it often enough and you get to know its limitations and its advantages, then it becomes a natural part of the program.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for that. That's
Thank
great,
you.
and
Thank you
look
very
forward to
much.
working with you. Okay.